أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم
Jordan is the heart of the Middle East, with Syria to the north, Iraq to the east, Saudi Arabia to the south, and the Levant to the west. Here, the only escape from the desert heat is the occasional rain shower. The most commonly spoken language is Arabic. Unlike Moroccan Arabic, with its elements of French, Jordanian Arabic is one of the few Arabic dialects not affected by outside cultures.
Compared to its neighbors, the Jordanian education system is fairly Western. Both men and women attend the same schools. Communication in Jordan, like most of the Middle East, is very non-verbal. When talking, people make use of hand gestures. You will also need to rely on intonation to understand what is being communicated. You'll be more successful if you learn how to interpret unspoken elements, which often carry more meaning than their vocalized counterparts.
Modern Standard Arabic is the national language of Jordan. In particular, a Jordanian dialect is spoken. Being in the heart of the Middle East, Jordanian Arabic has remained a relatively pure and refined dialect. In Jordan, it is common to maintain a close distance to the person you are speaking with. The distance between two people diminishes as the relationship between them increases. It is quite common for people in Jordan to place their arm around another person's shoulder as they converse with them. To members of Western cultures, this may seem a bit too personal and at times awkward.
Jordanians value direct eye contact as a sign of assertiveness, respect, sincerity, and interest. If someone from Jordan avoids eye contact with you, it usually means they're either shy or they feel like it would be disrespectful to you if they did make eye contact. When greeting someone from Jordan, it is important to recognize that males occupy a higher social standing than females do. It is looked down upon from both ends if a male greets a female with a handshake.
Typically, a man can only talk to a woman if she initiates the conversation. This is not always the case, but caution should be exercised when trying to shake hands with either a male or a female in Jordan, as they may not receive the gesture in a positive way. Many other gestures for greetings and meanings can also be found in Jordanian culture. These gestures can deliver more meaning sometimes than the words that accompany them.
In Jordan, as with many other cultures, there are things that simply shouldn't be discussed or approached in society. For example, it is frowned upon to incite political or religious debate in conversation, unless, of course, the intent of the debate is to teach or inform the other person. Other than subjects considered to be improper, such as politics, religion, sex, etc., it is considered a cultural taboo to incite a conversation with a woman if you are a man.
Islam is the most common religion in Jordan. About 90% of the country reports to following some sect of Islam. Sunni Islam is practiced by the majority of the population. However, a minority of those who practice Islam also follow Shia Islam. Sunni Islam is considered the more orthodox of the two. While Shia Islam is practiced throughout the Middle East, it is only practiced by a minority of the population. Another common religion in Jordan, as well as the Middle East in general, is Christianity. Like Shia Islam, it is only practiced by a minority of the population of Jordan. Religious life in Jordan is fairly conservative. The majority of Sunni Islam followers tend to be the dominant voices of religion in the country.
In conclusion, when traveling to Jordan, one must keep a few key things in mind. First, it is vital to know at least some Jordanian Arabic to get yourself by, though if you're fluent in English or French, you might at least be able to speak to a few people in society that you meet in a day-to-day basis. Secondly, it's important to realize that Islamic tradition is an integral part of Jordanian society, and the people of Jordan identify very strongly with Islam, specifically its teachings on how to live life. Going along with communication, but beyond the language itself, it is important to recognize that with eye contact and communication distance, Jordan isn't all that different from the United States, but at times it may seem more personal than what's considered appropriate or comfortable in the West.
Lastly, as in all societies, it is important to know that some things should not be brought up in conversation. In Jordan, these include sex, religious debate, and political debate, as well as initiating any conversation of acceptable or unacceptable content with a female unless spoken to first. With these things in mind, communicating in Jordan isn't as difficult as it may seem.
When communicating is no longer a worry, Relax and enjoy the sights and sounds of Jordan, a distant land under the desert sun.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين